and this is my co-star Zayola, and today we'll be making a classic.
Chicken noodle soup. So the first thing you're going to need is olive oil. Then you're gonna want 1 medium onion, and we're gonna chop this up later, but you're also going to need 3 garlic cloves, 2 medium carrots.
We're using these little baby carrots because they're easier to cut.
You're going to need 4 fresh sprigs
of thyme,
and you're going to need a bay leaf,
which is something that you put into the soup. It gives it a little extra flavor.
You are also going to need some dried wide egg noodle. So pretty much just flat noodles. You're going to need chicken.
So we cooked this before we started. So you're just gonna wanna bake it or however you wanna cook your chicken, and we'll use this in the soup.
You're gonna need some shredded cooked chicken, which that's what we're gonna do with this. And you're going to need some chicken broth.
You're gonna also need 8 cups of it.
So make
That's
sure you
about
get enough.
It's 2 of these for it. So.
And you're going to need some salt.
Got that.
And black pepper. And last but not least, some fresh flat leaf
parsley.
Okay, so let's get cooking.
Is get yourself a nice soup pot, and we're going to coat it with oil. Okay, so you just want to lightly coat the bottom with oil. You don't want too much.
This is what your pot should look like after you put all the oil in. So now Erin is going to show you how to cut the onion, the garlic, and the carrots.
Okay, so the very first thing you want to do is cut off these parts of the onion. Okay, so now we're just gonna peel off the skin, right until it gets down to the nice juicy part. Okay, that's perfect. Alright, so now what I like to do is just cut it straight down the middle. Okay, so now I have 2 halves. Okay, now that we throw away our scraps, what I'm going to do is just kind of cut little slices like this. I'm going to do this to both end up with little pieces like this after it kind of falls apart. So just what you're going to do to these is just kind of go boop. And just kind of do that to all of your pieces. Here. So that is good. So we can just put these onions aside. Okay. So the next thing we're going to cut are some carrots. So I have some carrots in this bowl. These are already washed. So these are just gonna cut off these little end pieces. We can still use these. And then we're just gonna go like this. So we have little pieces and circles. Okay, so now our carrots are all done. And this should be about the amount that you need. So now we're going to move on to our garlic cloves. So with these, the first thing you want to do is cut off the ends, just like with our onion. I can't use these parts. we're gonna peel them just like the onions. So you see it? Just taking out the brown stuff until it looks a bit like this. So now what I'm gonna do with this, I'll just leave it aside, and I'm going to peel my other garlic. Okay, so I've got my 3 garlic cloves, and now what I'm going to do is just cut them into slices, just like I did with the onions. Because garlic and onions are very much alike. And since these are so small, you have to be very careful of where your fingers are at all times. Don't make them too thick, but be careful. Okay, this is perfect. So now you're just gonna take one of your little slices and just kind of put it into columns, and then just kind of make it into little square cubes. And now you're gonna do this to all of your garlic. And just kind of go back and forth like this. So this will help to get a very fine mince on your garlic. So just keep doing this until you have small enough pieces. Okay, so I have all of my garlic pieces, and I'm just going to set this aside.
Alright, so now I'm going to show you how to cut the celery and the rest of the items. So you're only going to need 2 sticks of celery. Just peel those apart from the bunch. And what you probably don't know, because a lot of people don't know this, but to store your celery, if you've already used some, you take some aluminum foil and then you just wrap up your celery. So just like that, seal the ends, and your celery will stay fresh. So next, all I have to do, cut your celery. Okay, so whenever you're done, your celery should look like little half circles, and don't use the ends. So next you're just going to push these aside, and you're going to work on the parsley. Okay, so you're going to cut off the ends, and then basically just cut. Be careful, don't knock off any limbs or anything. And yeah, so your parsley should look like this in the end, and then you're just going to set it aside in a nice neat pile. So for the time, you basically just want to run your finger up and down until you get all the leaves off. Okay, so your thyme should look like this, nice, just a bunch of little pieces. So then you're just going to put all of your ingredients in a bowl, because they're all going in at the same time. And then, well, time to put them in.
Okay, so now we're just going to turn our stove onto low. So it's gonna make this little clicking sound, but don't worry. So we're just going to put our fresh vegetables and all this good stuff in there. And we're just gonna stir it around for 6 minutes. But if the vegetables start to get brown, then turn it off.
So while we are cooking our veggies, we are going to debone the chicken.
Okay, so first thing that you're gonna want to do is just turn it on its back. And I'm just gonna take a knife and just cut straight into his back. That's perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna take this off the plate.
chicken broth just because we're making chicken noodle soup. And we're just gonna pour it all in. And there's the soup part. After you add your 8 cups of chicken stock, you're going to stir the vegetables and the chicken stock together for a while. And then you're just going to put your bay leaf right in and then stir some more.
Okay, so while our soup is boiling, we are going to make some surprise garlic bread. Okay, so the best way to do this is to just cut like this. Alright. So I use a red knife for this. And just kind of
Slice through the half. Okay, so now just take some butter and we're gonna melt it down and then apply it onto our bread.
Okay, so it doesn't matter what heat you put this on. You can just turn it up as much as you like.
And then just wait for it to melt and like I said, just apply it.
Going to put our chicken here. We're just gonna let this sit in here for about 5 or 6 minutes, and then you have some soup.
Okay, so once your butter is melted, you're going to take your silicone brush, get some butter on it, and then put it on your garlic bread. And you're just gonna wipe this up and down your garlic bread until it's all covered with the butter. Okay, so next you're just gonna put your noodles in, and we're gonna leave these in for about 5 minutes. And make sure you push these down and stir them in. And yeah, then you're pretty much done. So next you're gonna put it on high to bring it to a boil. Okay, so now you're gonna put the garlic on your garlic bread.
So we're just gonna take pinches of it and just kind of sprinkle it on there.
You don't want too much, but you don't want too little, so be careful. So we're going to turn the heat off, and then we're just going to stir it around for a couple of seconds, and then you can transfer it into your bowl that you're going to be serving it in. And there you go.
Okay, so the final thing that you would like to do is just sprinkle a little bit of salt and pepper. Don't overdo it though. Just to touch up